Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Eagle 334 R-Lock. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. Of course, on your campsite, your slide. Leave plenty of room for your kitchen top to open up, and of course your awning. On your off campsite, a few things to think about here. Of course, your slides. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to be right toward the front, your whole docking station there, on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And just behind your slide, toward the front as well, is going to be where your power hookup is. So you got a big long 50 amp cord. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing you're going to do is level your unit. Now you got this new ground control smart jack on right now. Let me shut it back off. So to turn this on, you're going to hold down both these arrows. You can touch hitch height. Stop that. Bring that up or down to get it up off your hitch. Once you've got it up off your hitch, touch auto level. That'll flash. Once you hold auto level down, your auto level system will start running itself down. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Hit auto retract. And that should bring them back up. Stop that. Now, I do recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop. Go ahead and get a 4-pack of those and run those down before hitting that auto leveling system. Just have people watch them as they come down. Once you got your unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Big long 50 amp cord here. The way they go in now is they come in to the left, twist it to the right, and then put on this black washer. At the end of this 50 amp cord, you need to plug in at the campsite. There's a 50 to 30 dog bone, comes with your convenience pack, as well as a 30 to 110 adapter if you ever need to plug in at home or anywhere they have 110. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Here's your docking station. Jayco made it really easy. You just got 2 things you have to control here. So at a campsite, we are going to be called city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Hook up that water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, turn this to city water. Blue to the right, green to the left. Don't turn our hose on yet. Let's come find your hot water heater. Back here by your power is your hot water heater. This will lift right off here completely. I can do it with one hand here. But all we're doing at this point is making sure our drain plug is back in there. So again, this will lift right off here. All we're doing is making sure our drain plug's back in there. Go ahead and put a little plumber's tape on there. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now if your hose has been on for a little while, our unit's level and stable, you can go inside and deploy your slides. Anything you need to do to get to your water taps. Open up your water lines. Once you got a steady flow of water, all the air is out of the lines, then you know you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. I'll show you where to do that indoors. There is an on-off electric element right here. It is set to off. The only time you ever want to turn this on out here is if you're hooked up to 110. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. There's a couple reset buttons here. Come see if this is bubbled up. If it is bubbled out, just simply press it back in, and then your pressure release valve. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're going to go dry docking or boondocking. In that case, we got two steps to do. We will start with a tank fill. Blue down, green to the left. Hook up the hose the same way. Turn it on by making sure your hot water heater's plugged. Go inside and check the levels where you check the level of your battery, fresh, black and gray tanks. Hold that fresh water button down. That'll tell you when this is full. Once it is full, unhook your hose and switch from tank fill to dry camp. Now we would turn on our water pump. The only time you want to turn on your water pump is when you're hooked up to dry camp. Don't hook it up when you're hooked up for city water. That's already pressurized. You can also turn on this water pump a couple spots indoors. All right, we're hooked up with water and power. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here at the top, you are prepped for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there. Here is a outdoor shower and the spray port for that. Just push it in there, quick connect. Here's where you'll bypass your hot water heater when you winterize. Here's your water pump, cable and satellite hookup, city and freshwater connection. Here was you'll sanitize or winterize because it actually sucks the sanitation in. Be sure to bypass. Black and gray holding tanks and an area to run hoses down through. You have a low point drain down here and a gray holding tank handle. In your pass-through storage here, you have this little J port that'll slide on for a grill. I'll show you where to hook that up at. Little storage inside your slide here. Again, your power. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Again, your hot water heater. This is going to be an access panel to the back of your fridge. Another low point drain. It's easier to get to when our slide's closed. Coming around the rear of your unit, you have a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed. Maintain the roof of your unit. It's going to maintain the life of it. You're also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store attaches to that and on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera for the unit. There's your accessory hitch. It's a manual crank for your spare tire. The outdoor kitchen area. Here's where you're trying the lighting, accent lighting. You're all prepped for a TV out here. Here's a backer for it. Plug in 110 or 12 volt cable. 110 with GFCI reset. Probably have another one of these indoor as well. Furrion sells a Bluetooth speaker that can hook up to these. Little slide area and a fridge. Your quick connect LP. Do not see it. It is right up in here. And your quick connect LP will be back here in this corner. There. We also have another awning on this slide as well. Another low point drain underneath there. A light for your steps. There's that low point drain. That would be a fresh water. Outdoor speakers. There's where that J port will go. Simply lift this and slide that right in there. Then you should have another quick connect LP up here. 110's outdoors, more outdoor speakers, your pass-through storage. This is a battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come in important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. And that blue spray port hose can also plug in over here. Your propane does come with a cover. Lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas on your regulator here. There's also a manual override for that hand crank, in case you can't get this up and down. Some lighting out here. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. And we're going to come back to the control panel to slide number 2. Hit retract. Gonna be our kitchen slide. Again, not to be redundant, but doors and drawers. We don't want to break things just because we're opening up our or closing our slides. No particular order, you have to bring these open in. Slide number 3, retract. Now before I continue to bring these in, I'm going to hit number 1, and that's going to show me some lights that I've left on. Normally I check my lights before bringing the slides in, so I apologize. Now you can turn number 1 back on, because now you know any lights you can shut off from here. Turn this back on to slide 3 and continue to hit retract. You utilize every inch with these slides, so just make sure nothing's going to impede them from opening or closing. Slides in. Hit number 1. That shut off all of our interior. Check our exterior, which was number 2. On, off. Leave the unit. Closing this door. You want to make sure this door is all the way open. Otherwise, this can catch on it. You see how close it comes? Set that up in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks and go hit retract all on that. Touch these 2 buttons right here. Hit auto retract. And that's going to level up, bring our unit back up. We're going to come around, we're going to dump our low point drains. Got one here. One here. And our last one right here. Let's get all of our low point drains done. Come to our hot water heater. Here, lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to let a little remainder of hot water out. Make sure that goes back down, otherwise your door won't go back on. And then you can pull your drain plug. Make sure you return your door. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be just in front of your tires on your off-camp side, or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your 10-foot hose. Come on up here to your dump station and pull your black handle. Now, if it sounds like that black handle is no longer draining, leave that black handle open, again with your water pressure regulator. Hook up to the black tank flush with the hose at the dump station and turn that on. Let that run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, spray all that nastiness out of there. Unhook that hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. When it sounds like that one's done, pull your second gray handle. Then lastly, you have this last gray handle down here to pull. That'll be all cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers, and that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. You can store it in a nice sanitary place and head on home. Again, we thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Eagle for many years to come. Happy camping. Now we're going to come back to the control panel to slide number 2. Hit retract. Gonna be our kitchen slide. Again, not to be redundant, but doors and drawers. We don't want to break things just because we're opening up our or closing our slides. No particular order, you have to bring these open in. Slide number 3, retract. Now before I continue to bring these in, I'm going to hit number 1, and that's going to show me some lights that I've left on. Normally I check my lights before bringing the slides in, so I apologize. Now you can turn number 1 back on, because now you know any lights you can shut off from here. Turn this back on to slide 3 and continue to hit retract. You utilize every inch with these slides, so just make sure nothing's going to impede them from opening or closing. Slides in, hit number 1, has shut off all of our interior, check our exterior, which was number 2, on, off, leave the unit. Closing this door, you want to make sure this door is all the way open, otherwise this can catch on it. You see how close it comes? Set that up in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks and go hit retract all on that. Touch these 2 buttons right here. Hit auto retract. And that's going to level up, bring our unit back up. So we're going to come around, we're going to dump our low point drains. Got one here. One here. And our last one right here. Let's get all of our low point drains done. Come to our hot water heater.